next guest, Leigh Altshuler, lost her job during the pandemic. She was forced to pivot and reassess her priorities in life. We know that feeling, but what matters most? What are your priorities? Well, refusing to wallow in self-pity was a top priority for her. Leigh used that opportunity to take a gamble, putting her entire life savings into a new business inspired by her love affair with books and pickles. Yes, pickles.
We are at Sweet Pickle Books, and I'm so excited to welcome you here. I am Leigh Altshuler. These are all of the used books and some of the pickles. This is a store that I opened in November in one of the most famous pickling neighborhoods, New York City, Lower East Side.
It was always a dream of mine to open a bookstore, but it never felt like something that was a good idea. I lost my job right away, and I wasn't really holding my breath for that job to come back. I really just started thinking about what's important to me, what's important to my community. I could sit and post on Instagram about how depressed and how blah, 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 or get off my butt and make something positive. Every day when I walk into the store, I feel so much pride and so happy that I get to give to the community. It's great.
Leigh Altshuler joins us now from her bookstore, Sweet Pickle Books in New York City. Leigh, you hit me. I love pickles. I love books. I used to, get everything on the iPad. Now I'm back to wanting to hold my books. And that's a risk in itself with bookstores, disappearing. So it's good to have you put your imprint, so to speak, in this market. But you said losing your job, you felt lonely and completely lost, but you didn't let it paralyze you. How did you find a way to move forward?
I am just someone who is trying to solve problems. I don't want to sit and think about all the things I'm not doing. I just want to think about all the things I could be doing and I can be doing and how to create a solution. So that was where my head was at. Any which way that I could get out of this isolated, lonely place, I was just going to do it. And this is what I made.
I love that, and I love people like you because the energy of problem solvers, as I said, when I lost my job, there were two types of people who call me. People would say, oh my gosh, what happened? And I'm like, who died? No one died. Or the people who said, what's next? And I can't wait to see what you have next. And that's the spirit of you betting on yourself with this bookstore.
Exactly. I just knew that everyone who said, I'm so sorry when I lost my job, and were the same people who said I was so crazy when I was going to open this. And I couldn't be happier that I lost that job because it gave me this blessing and this passion that I feel so lucky to get to come in here every day. And I feel so lucky to get to be this kind of a place for my community and my neighborhood.
And the pickles are an homage to your mom?
The pickles are an homage to my mom and the Lower East Side. When I first moved here, my mom would call me every day and ask me if I was crossing Delancey, which is her favorite movie. Yeah. And not to spoil it, but it's about a bookseller who is set up with a pickle salesman.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm a Southerner who now lives in New York, and you've not lived, and I know people on Instagram and Twitter are going to complain that I'm saying this. You've not lived, Leigh, until you put a peppermint in a pickle. Cut the top off, get a peppermint stick. It's a very Southern Texas thing. And put your peppermint, it's the sweet and the salty. Anyone from Texas and country towns will know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to get over to the bookstore, get my pickles, because they didn't bring me any this time. Slice the top off, stick a peppermint in there, and get a good book. Congratulations.
Thank you.